What I really enjoyed about this experience was that I was actually physically engaged in this project, and it has always been theoretically on paper, all of these problems we would do in our head, and personally I'm a kinetic learner, and it's better for me to actually be doing the activity.
First started out in here when we were doing the converting, I didn't really understand and grasp it completely, and then once we started applying it to the measurements of the materials we were using, it really helped applying all those, and I understand it a lot more now.
It was awesome to see the kids' excitement about the project. They were engaged from the beginning of class to the very end.
Well, the catapult project used some tools that I'd never used before, so I learned how to use them, and it gave me at least the confidence to be able to learn how to use new tools in the workplace.
I got to learn how to use a lot of new machines, and I'm going to learn how to use more tomorrow, and that it's a lot of fun.
The cool thing about mechatronics is that it's not one thing. You're learning 3 different disciplines. You're learning the mechanical part, you're learning the electrical part, and you're learning the computer part. In this day and age, nothing is just computers, nothing is just mechanical, nothing is just electrical. I deal with electrical all day, but I also have to go in and know how to set up a network and install an operating system and be able to troubleshoot firewalls and network keys and IP addresses and all that stuff. And I'm technically an electrician. I mean, there's no other place where you get such a well-rounded group of everything, which is what's required in the job market today.
We realize here that what are known as soft skills are an important part of employability as well. So we reinforce those things in our program. Safe work practices, making sure that they have a clean and organized work environment, keeping track of paperwork, showing up on time, being able to work with other people constructively. All of those things are inherent in the way we've structured our program so that they see the value and they have practice at doing all of these things while they're still a student.
Math skills are quite important in our manufacturing environment. We do track performance indicators at each of our machine centers every day. So the accuracy in which they do those calculations and their means of communicating the results across shifts and to the leadership team is very, very important.
You're constantly in the lab building things every day, seeing how you're learning the theory behind the parts you're working with work, and then you actually get to apply them in class and see how they work for yourself.
I work for Sierra Pacific. I like working in an industrial environment where I get to go out and troubleshoot and learn new things every day about different equipment that we have.
Every time you find something new, you get excited because you found the issue or you figured it out.
Mathematics is something most people are afraid of. They're afraid of it because they didn't do well in it or for whatever reason. We call it math anxiety is what we call it. Math anxiety is either real or it's perceived. Most of the time math anxiety is perceived. What we're doing here is giving you a hands-on application that has some pretty advanced mathematical principles associated with it. These principles are going to be learned in context. Learning it in context is called applied mathematics.
One of the best parts of this is to have a student go through an operation and pick up a part and look at it, and you see their eyes get wide and just go, I did that. It worked.
The mechatronics program is a great course of study for people who like to work with their hands as well as their brain, and especially for students that don't necessarily like learning by sitting and listening or reading hundreds of pages in a book. Although we do have some lecture and some reading, the majority of the time in this program, students spend learning by doing.